So I'm currently walking to meet my cousin who's staying with my auntie and uncle. He's only here for not even like 72 hours. I think he flew in from Taiwan and landed like tonight. And then he's leaving sometime on Sunday during the day just to get back to work and everything. I think Taiwan just lifted their quarantine. So he's here to just see family and stuff again for the first time in a few years. It's so funny because my grandma and my auntie and uncle live like less than a kilometer apart. It's like 800 meters, but it's like a bit of a maze getting there because it's like the whole Hong Kong being in a concrete jungle and everything. So everyone is super worried that I was gonna get lost. And I guess don't blame them, but then again, I have Google Maps. So worst comes to worst, hopefully I will just be able to figure out how to get there on my own. I'm seeing all these tall buildings at night with the lights turned on and wondering what's going on in each one of those apartments. All the different lives that are happening right now. How many people are having dinner with family or planning travel or doing, you know, whatever people do at home. Alright, I think I'm well on my way. It should be a straight shot to the MTR station where they're meeting me, my uncle and my cousin. I did end up cutting through a bunch of buildings, and if I didn't know that I was 100% supposed to be going down the mountain, I would have 100% gotten lost. I went through a bunch of the escalators were like not working, or they were shut or something for some reason. So I ended up just winding up and downstairs. I see why like every cyberpunk scape is basically like, it's got like Asian influences and everything, because the city is pretty perfect for anything like cyberpunk. Alright, there's the station, one of the entrances. Either there or around the corner. No! This is my cousin and my uncle! 我會擺上 YouTube 得唔得？
哇，點解啊？你係咪廣東話幫？
少少啦。
緊要，咁樣可以訓練下講廣東話。
係咯。
其實我都要訓練下講廣東話。
Oh really？
我而家冇人同我講啦。
係啊。
我而家講得最多嘅就係英文，跟住就係國語，跟住就係台語啦。
啊 ，so many options 啊！你想飲啲乜嘢啊？
茶。
我好耐冇飲呢啲啊，維他檸檬茶。
維他糕飯。
This is McDonald's that is right across the street from my Uncle and Auntie's house. That growing up, whenever we visited Hong Kong, we would always get McDonald's because my brother loved getting McDonald's in different countries. So this is many happy memories for me. Right across the street.
Have you been there yet?
From the Civic Center. 今次未啊？
快啦！
係啊，Paul先中意食麥當勞嘛。Oh, this is so good. My feet feel amazing. Ooh. Oh, these are much smaller rocks. Oh, still pretty good though. It's crazy how like you walk downstairs, go outside, and you're like right at the ocean. Am I Go1 啊？
係啊，嗰邊九龍。
That is Go1 on the other side of the harbor. And then back here is Hong Kong Island. I'm not sure why, maybe it's like all the glittering lights and everything from the buildings, but it always reminds me of like Christmas, looking out at all this tall buildings and the liveliness of the whole city. I just love it. Love all of it. And that's where I lived when I was a baby for the first few years of my life before I moved to America. And that's, I guess, where I would have grown up if I'd stayed. I always get these like weird feelings whenever I come back here, thinking about maybe the parallel life I would have lived otherwise or something like that. Surrounded by family, growing up with my cousins, having dinner with like my grandma every week and stuff like that. It's like a weird mix of wistfulness and melancholy, maybe.
Have you been inside?
Yeah, that's Taiwan, no. Like 11:15 p.m. You can't really tell. 11:15, and look at all the people out at restaurants. It's so lively in there. You can get food like any hour of the day and night. Buses are still running. Cars everywhere. MTR is still going. So nice to see my uncle and my cousin, and just to be around family again. I don't think you realize like how important that stuff is and how much you miss it until you can't have it anymore. Being able to come back here now and just see loved ones again, it's just been fantastic. So I could take any of these. Oh, I can't really see them anymore. But around the bend there were like a couple of like those sky bridges. It's so cool how there are these like connections between complexes that are sort of raised up off the ground. It feels very like futuristic and big city, which I guess it kind of is. But yeah, I figured I might as well walk the main road, which winds around a bit, just to get some exercise, because I spent all day snacking on leftover pastries and drinking milk tea and stuff, hanging out with my grandma, trying to figure out how to use a mobile phone video editor. Yeah, it's been a good day. I think from now on I'm gonna come back and visit like at least once a year, if not multiple times, because there's so many like Chinese holidays, right? There's Mid-Autumn Festival, there's Chinese New Year, and as well as like Western New Year, Christmas, and Grandma's birthday, uncles and aunties' birthdays, cousins to visit. And I guess like you hit a certain point in life where the things that I used to worry about seem so small and insignificant compared to like what I care about now. And I just want to make like the most of the time that I have on this earth doing what I find meaningful and what I find fulfilling and spending time with the people that I care about. Before I used to always think there were all these things that were keeping me from doing all this stuff. But it wasn't until there actually was a global pandemic and, you know, worldwide lockdowns that kept you from doing things that made me realize, well, actually, most of the time, you can kind of do whatever you want. I'm so much more free than I thought I was. And I'm glad I'm like realizing this now and not, you know, 10, 20, 30 years from now. And I'm not actually sure where my turnoff is. So thank God for Google Maps. This 800 meters between houses is actually a little bit confusing when you're in a concrete jungle. I love it.